So, a really important question we have is we're coming up on the holiday of Shmini Atzeres, which is following the whole holiday of Sukkot, which is all about happiness. And then we have this holiday of Shmini Atzeres, which is the end of Shmini Atzeres, the end of Sukkot, the eighth day. And then we have on Shmini Atzeres, we have something called Yizkor, which we remember the our parents, grandparents, and great great grandparents, the people who all the people who, God forbid, don't have any parents or grandparents or whatever it is passed away. We're remembering them, and it's obviously the question is, in a time of happiness, why is it so important to remember those people? So the truth is, one of the great answers that I saw once was that in the time of happiness, just like by the weddings, people who have weddings, they invite their parents, grandparents, and all the way back, all the generations forever. Right now, in the time of happiness, we do the same thing. We're inviting all the people. We're in the time of happiness. And we can only have happiness if we remember all the earlier generations and we connect ourselves with the earlier generations that happened in the past. Another great reason I once saw was that without that, the whole holiday of Sukkot is like a holiday of happiness, that we subliminally, we act happy, we are happy. The time of Simchas Torah is pure happiness, full happiness. The only way for a person to have pure happiness is at the same time that they have sadness, that they get rid of their sadness. That means that a person, like I've spoken before, a person who doesn't cry will not have the ability to really be happy. A person who's happy could be happy, but then there's a limit. When you get to a certain point, it's over. You enough is enough. You can't go anymore. But if a person had a good cry, so then what happens is, so now we went to fullest extreme of sadness to an extent. Now we can have a full happiness. So the same thing is Simchas Torah, Shmini Atzeres, Simchas Torah. We don't want to just be able to get the happiness, which is like over here. We want to be able to hit the max happiness. The only way to hit max happiness is to remember the sadness and get over it. A person who got over their sadness, they'll be able to go to max happiness. We all know this year we all had a year with a lot of different sadnesses, God forbid. It was very difficult to be happy this year. A lot of things that happened over the last 6, 9 months, 12 months. And we're coming to a time that HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to sit all sukkahs being happy. Okay, so we're happy. Okay, we're happy over here. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to have Simchas Torah, which is going to be a max happiness, which is unlimited happiness. That kind of happiness can only happen when we touch our sadness, when we have a tad of sadness, like at the beginning, so we can be able to hit the apex, which is the ultimate happiness that we can have. Kadosh Baruch Hu should bless us that we should all have a tremendously happy Simchas Torah, and that should bring happiness, the apex of happiness and the greatness of happiness for our whole year. Have a wonderful Yom Tov, good Kvetel.